How did I finally lose my stubborn belly fat? First thing, every time I trained, I made sure that I trained harder than last time. So the ways in which I would do this was by increasing the weight every session I would train. Even if I couldn't by a lot, I would still do it by a little bit. I would use the 1.25 plates. And another way that I did it was by just upping the intensity of my exercise in general. So by, for example, increasing time under tension. So doing like a 5-10 second eccentric. And then another way to do this was by incorporating things like drop sets, pyramid sets, trisets into my workouts, which really helped me get more volume in, and in turn made sure that I was progressively overloading over time. The second thing that I did was I followed my own workout program for 12 weeks or 3 months. So the reason you want to follow a program for at least 8 weeks or 2 months, preferably 3 months, is because you only start seeing results after the first month, so the first 4 weeks. So to see actual, amazing results, you actually need to follow a specific workout program for at least 2 months. The reason you want to do this is because your body takes time to adapt to the exercises. So after the first month, you'll see some results, but you really need to give it that, those 2-3 months to see actual results. So let's say that your focus is on growing your glutes. So you can train full body 3 times a week and focus on glutes in those 3 workouts. So on those 3 days a week, you're going to follow a specific program and do that for at least 2 to 3 months. And on the other days, you can do something else. You can do yoga or anything that you enjoy. But if you want to see actual results in a specific area, then you really have to focus on doing a specific workout program consistently. So the third thing that I did was I tried to make sure to eat whole foods. So I would stay away from packaged goods. I would ensure that I was eating, and I'm still doing that, I'm ensuring that I'm eating enough fruit and veg. Obviously beans, lentils, things like that are packaged, but they are whole foods. So you just need to think to yourself, okay, what is natural? You want to put as many natural foods in your body as possible because they contain a lot of macro and micronutrients and they're good for you. You don't want to be eating crisps and things like that, although you can treat yourself. Like literally, I have 2 squares of chocolate every day. That might not seem like a lot, but when I eat enough whole foods throughout the day, I don't have those cravings like I used to do when I wouldn't eat enough. So it's important to meet your calorie needs from whole foods. And then if you feel like, do you know what? I'm sitting on the sofa, I want to have something sweet. Have 2 squares of your favorite chocolate. It doesn't have to be dark. Yes, dark is the preferred choice, but have something that you enjoy having. Just make sure that it's within your calories. And yeah, like I've already had one sandwich here, but I'm going to have this other sandwich for my breakfast. So you can eat bread as well. A lot of people think that when you're on a diet, and the second thing is, don't call it a diet. It's a lifestyle, okay? So we need to make sure that it's sustainable and that you can sustain it in the long term. It's really important. So bread is your friend. Carbs are your friend. If you want to work out hard, then eat your carbs. And there's nothing wrong with bread, okay? It fuels you, gives you energy, and that's what you want. And it's not going to make you gain weight if you eat it within the calories that you need to lose weight. So the fourth thing that I did was I started doing 10,000 steps a day. So on some days it's a bit less, on some days it's a bit more, it depends. But over the course of the week, you want to make sure that you're hitting 70,000 steps or more. So the best way to do this is to do it consistently every day. And it doesn't matter if it fluctuates a little bit, but I found that the best way to do it is to just go on walks with my dog. If you prefer to run, you can obviously run as well. You'll get your steps faster that way and a bit more cardiovascular exercise. But I find that walking is a lot less taxing on my body and I can really push in my workouts. And my workouts is what I really want to focus on. But if you're someone who wants to focus on running, then you can obviously incorporate that and get better at that. And when you start walking, you want to make sure that you walk at a decent pace. So at the beginning, you won't be walking fast, but the more you walk, you'll notice that your pace is going to start getting faster. I, for example, noticed that I walk a lot faster than my boyfriend, so my natural pace is a lot quicker. And yeah, you want to make sure that you raise your heart rate a little bit when you're walking. So we want to do a bit of brisk walking. And yeah, if jogging is what you want to do that as well. But brisk walks are amazing. Walking is such an effective and also a cost-effective way to burn extra calories here and there. The thing is, you don't have to do it all in one go. You can, if you want to, go for an hour and a half walk, but you can also do it with like 15-minute walks throughout the day, to take breaks from your work or whatever you're doing. And yeah, over time it accumulates. And even walking in the house, doing chores in the house, that also counts. So make sure to get yourself a Fitbit and record how many steps you're doing, and you'll really notice a difference, because I feel like in combination with all the other factors that I've incorporated into my life, this one was really, I really noticed that before I wasn't moving a lot, and once I started moving my body a lot more, I started noticing the fat just falling off of me. So if you can't do anything else, this is the one and only thing that I would highly, highly recommend to anyone to do in order to get yourself a bit more healthy. So the last thing that I did was I didn't focus on the outcome. I didn't want to stress about where I wanted to get. Instead, I wanted to focus on enjoying the process, enjoying getting better at my lifts, enjoying my workouts and my food, and getting better at every single aspect that I've talked about today. I found that in the past, when I focused on actually losing belly fat, it never worked out, because I never maintained my motivation to go and work out. Whereas now, it's a lifestyle for me. I focus on getting better at exercise, getting better at nutrition, learning more about myself and my body and how I work and what stresses me and what doesn't stress me out, and implementing those things and seeing the results happen over time. Nothing is going to happen all of a sudden. Everything, needs consistency to see results. So I would highly encourage you to just do something that you enjoy. So if you don't enjoy lifting weights, do something else that you enjoy. Join, I don't know, a team sport, for example, and then that will give you enough motivation to keep on doing it. In order for us to see results, it is better to have some sort of intrinsic motivation instead of extrinsic motivation. Extrinsic motivation is, appearances, things that come from the outside because, some other people have it, What you want to do is focus on things that drive you internally. What are you doing this for? Are you doing this because you just want to lose a bit of weight and then you're going to go back to your old ways? No. The point here should be to change your habits and get better at health, fitness, and just extend your life, And yeah, you also want to, as part of this, you want to lower all the other stresses, because stress can affect, and it does affect, your hormones, and it will affect how you burn fat. So you want to make sure that you reduce your stresses as much as possible and relax like my little puppy here, Just give yourself a pampering day every now and then, and remember, breathe. When you have a stressful day, just breathe.